Hello everybody and welcome to part 2 of our Phoneme tutorial. My name is Adam Kidd. I am the FX Kid, and what we're going to do is focus on some animation. Specifically, how do we animate this so that the things don't look like garbage? So I guess the first way to do this is we're going to want to put this mouth on a character. So I went online and grabbed myself a picture, and this is our Prime Minister of Canada, where I am from, Mr. Justin Trudeau, and I've gone in and I've just sort of brushed out his lips there so that way the cartoon would work fine. No offenses intended here, of course. I mean, this is just because I searched high definition face looking forward, and then I saw the Prime Minister, and I'm like, hey, you know what, that would work out fine. I can take that mouth off very easily, and we can animate him there a little bit. And having met him once or twice in the past, I would say he's got a pretty good sense of humor about things like this. And you know, if you look at the news lately, just all you need to do is Google search the term elbow gate, and you will see that this guy's got to have a good sense of humor. So when you're doing animating, a art director is or an animation director is going to give you something called a cue sheet or an exposure sheet, and the exposure sheet is going to tell you where certain phonemes need to be. So on frame 6, he wants you to have a f. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to turn on your keyframes or your keyframer, and we're going to give him a f. And then he's going to say on frame 6, it's going to be an O. And then on frame 7, it's going to be a law. And on frame, and that's going to hold for a little while. On frame 10, it's going to be an A. And then on frame, let's see, frame 15, I know I'm exaggerating this a lot, and that's just to prove a point. On frame 15, it's going to be a M. And then on frame 22, 23, it's going to be a E, I. All right, there we go. You know, I think I'm going to fix that a little bit, because there's a difference between exaggerated and just downright ridiculous. Link. Oh, you know what? Let's go into exploded view. I'm going to fix that a little bit just for consistency. Rotate and grab. And now that I'm in the assembled view, grab. All right. Yeah, it's much better. Okay, so your animation director just went in and told you you need to do all that stuff, and then you go and you play it back and you get garbage. So let's take a look here. All right, it should look good, should be pretty seamless, but it just looks like a whole mash of phonemes. So what went wrong? So let's look at our animation curves to see how that bone worked out. Animation. And then we're going to go from drivers to F curves. And you're going to see we got a whole wonky line here. And that's good. That just shows us our endpoint of where our bone is going to be. But what doesn't help us is this area right here. All right. This is bad. And that's because if it's covering, you know, 3 or 4 frames and it's going down there, it's going to cover everything on that path. All right, and it's going to be places we don't want it to be. So the quick fix to that is the same thing we did for our drivers, and that is key interpolation mode, and then constant. All right, and what that's going to do is that's going to make it very, it's going to make it kind of stutter as it moves. So it's only going to go to the place when we need it to go, and otherwise it's just going to stay where it was asked to go. So as you see, it's quite seamless. Okay, and if you're in your country and you want to use your political leader, you can go ahead and do that. I know there's some countries where that is quite illegal. In Canada, it is not. Our Prime Minister, I don't know, he's never explicitly said that he likes this kind of stuff, but I'm told he has a good sense of humor. He used to have this pickup line where he'd throw himself down a flight of stairs. And if anyone is interested in seeing that, I recommend Googling that. But there you go. That's how that works. So what I want everyone to do is like this video, leave a comment below. Hey, there's that good-looking guy right there. I want you to obviously give props in Blend Swap if you are a member there, and then of course subscribe to us on YouTube. Once I get enough subscribers, I'm going to go ahead and release a more perfected version of our rig here, and that's going to include a little bit of Python menus too, because there's a lot of garbage hanging around here that I don't like. I want to clear that up and make that as minimalist as possible, and frankly, a menu is the only thing that's going to take care of that. So like us, love us, and leave us a note. Tell your friends, say, hey, you know that cartoon we love? Let's go ahead and make some of that, because Adam Kid is going to teach us how. Anyway, we'll follow up in the near future, and I think what we're probably going to do is show you how to import curves without going bananas. Anyway, talk to you later, and bye.